Make dua like the Prophet taught us, and with one voice let's all say Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair. Barakallahu lakuma wa baraka alaykuma wa jama'a baynakuma fi khair.
As precious as children are to parents, they could also be causes of agony in this life and in the hereafter if they are not properly trained. Giving a Muslim child only Western education is like building a one-footed player who sits on reserve bench for long. Qiblah Schools Ibadan is capable of giving your child a sound Western and Islamic education with emphasis on art-based, science and technology courses. Even vocational training like sewing, soap making, tie and dye are not left out. With a well-stocked library and computer room, our students are ever prepared for all external examinations. Come rain, come shine. Buses are available for their movement as well as modern sporting facilities. Yet the teaching of Quran and Sunnah to Rasulullah is never compromised. See our seasoned tutors as they impact knowledge in these children with the fear of Allah. The excellent performance of our students at all external examinations and competitions is a testimony of our diligence and the favor of Allah on us. Qiblah Primary School and Qiblah High School are located side by side at plots 2 to 5 Ibadan Southwest Multipurpose Scheme near Aleshiloye Market, Ibadan. Telephone 0805-272-5253 or 0803-313-2027. Qiblah Schools, we set the pace.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. All praises and adorations are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord of the universe. May Allah shower His mercies and blessings upon our noble Prophet Muhammad, son of Abdullah, and his household, his companion, and the general world Muslim to the day of accountability. You are welcome to your favorite program, Message from Qiblah, sponsored by Qiblah Schools, Aleshiloye, Ibadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our topic today is adultery and fornication and its danger under Islamic thoughts. First and foremost, what is adultery and fornication? Adultery and fornication is an English word derived from Arabic, a word called zina. What is the meaning of zina? Zina is an Arabic word for adultery and fornication together. Now, what is the difference between adultery and fornication? There is similarity between adultery and fornication. The similarity is that both of them is having an unlawful sexual intercourse with someone that marriage did not bound themselves together. That is, having sexual intercourse outside marriage. Now, what is the difference between adultery and fornication? Fornication is when someone is having a sexual intercourse and that person has not been married before. Adultery is by having sexual intercourse and that person that is having sexual intercourse is a married person, either man or woman. So it is not that when you are married and you are divorced, or you are out of marriage at that time and you go for fornication, but the consequence is that as long as you have married before with someone else, that is what the Prophet ﷺ said, in a lawful marriage, you have been married before, zina, adultery or fornication is totally prohibited for you. As long as the fornication is prohibited for someone else that has not married before, but adultery is totally and awfully prohibited for you. Now, what is the Islamic thought about zina in the Quran? Zina is adultery or fornication, is big or major sin in Al-Quran under Islamic law, and it has huge consequence, that is punishment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran chapter 17 verse 32, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا, and do not near zina, إِنَّهُ كَانَ فَاحِشَةً Verily, it is an abomination, wasa asabila, and evil way. Definitely, adultery and fornication is evil way for Muslim to do. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve our iman. Now, what is the punishment of adultery and fornication in Quran? First and foremost, let us look into the punishment of fornication. Now, don't let us forget that fornication is having sexual intercourse, doing unlawful sexual relations with someone else, and either the doer or the person or the other person has not been married before. So now, what is the punishment for that such a person? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Quran chapter 24 verse 2, Surah An-Nur, "Az-zaniyatu wa-zani fajlidu kulla wahidin minhuma mi'ata jalda wa la ta'khudhukum bihima ra'fatun fi dinillah in kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yawmil akhir وليشهد عذابهما طائفة من المؤمنين." الزانية والزاني, the woman who is the fornicator, والزاني, and man who is the fornicator, فَجْلِدُوا كُلَّ وَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمَا مِائَةَ جَلْدَةٍ, beat both of them on the stroke of cane. وَلَا تَأْخُذُكُمْ بِهِمَا رَأْفَةٌ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ, and do not let, verily, if you are a truly believer of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and you believe in the last day, because every doings and every activities will be accounted for on the day of judgment. وَلْيَشْهَدْ عَذَابَهُمَا طَائِفَةٌ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and let group of believers be witness of their punishment. Now, what are the Islamic thoughts and what Islamic wants every one of us to know about this and useless activities or occurrences? Muslims should turn away from zina, and Islamic do not only deter Muslim from doing adultery or fornication, but Islam wants Muslims to stay away from zina, to not go beyond their normal humanity, but to stay in their marriage, not to go for adultery or fornication. Zina is a devilish act. It is condemned totally in Islamic value. Those guilty of zina must be punished immediately after when they are caught. People must witness the administration of the punishment of the people who are guilty of this zina, because for someone else that is preparing to do zina, so the punishment will be a deterrent for them not to go to that zina, so because they will be afraid of punishment. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve our iman. What are the effects of adultery, evil effects of adultery and fornication, spiritually, morally, and physically? Breaking of marriage contracts will be the consequence of someone, we call something li'an in Islamic Sharia court of law, after when a man accuses his woman of fornication, which is the adultery, for someone who is in marriage, not outside marriage, is going to do li'an 4 times. What is li'an? He's going to say that he saw his wife doing zina. He will say it 4 times, and the 5th time he will say that may the wrath of Allah be upon him if he is telling lie. Immediately after this li'an is processed, is administered in the Sharia court of law, the marriage will be dissolved immediately. And another evil effect of adultery and fornication is that unwanted children will be in society, and this is very huge in terms of its consequence, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has preserved this life and preserved our religion. He has preserved our brains. He has preserved our thoughts not to be damaged in this life. Another consequence is that zina causes several AIDS and several illness. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserve us and preserve our iman. Bihaqqi la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-azim. Thank you for watching this program. This is a message from Qiblah, sponsored by Qiblah Schools, Aleshura Ibadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Timba kawe mi batamia tunko ko ká.
tá a bá kàwé tá a fi tọ́lọ́run síwájú ní bàtà kókó kàífi rọ́ni lọ́rùn ẹsẹ̀ káfọmọlẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àlùkùránì àtẹ̀kọ́ ìwé tó yanrantí lọ́mọ fi lè ṣàṣeyọrí láyé tí ó sì tún jèrè ní àlẹ́ àhírà bá a kúkú fẹgbẹ̀rún pàǹṣàgùnmu àtìlẹ́yìn ẹ̀kọ́ gbóná ni tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kí n júwe Qiblah schools Ìbàdàn fún yín ilé ìwé akéwù kàwé ṣe súnà tó ṣàrọ̀ ọ̀tọ̀ Qiblah primary school láti ń fohùn èlò ẹ̀kọ́ òde òní kọ́mọ ohun ìṣeré lóríṣiríṣi tí mọ́mọdé jẹ̀rẹ̀ ilé ìwé lójoojúmọ́ àtàwọn olùkọ́ bí òbí lọ́lọ́run àálà fi jíǹkì wa ti Qiblah high school yìí gan tún wọ̀ yàmì ẹ̀kọ́ ìmọ̀ sáyẹ́ǹsì ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ technology tó ń ti ṣe ọwọ́ vocational studies lọ́bí ń káwọn ọmọ wa bí wọ́n ṣe ń kéwù ni wọ́n ń kàwé kódà àtúnkọ́ wọn lẹ́sìn ní tìlànà Allah wa rasulihi ọkọ̀ ń bẹ ní sẹpẹ́tà fi ń káwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àyíká wa àrímọ́ lè lọ ni àṣeyọrí àwọn ọmọ wa níbi èsì ìdánwò àṣejáde gbogbo ó ń lẹ̀rí máa jẹ́ mi sọ ìtẹ́pámọ́ṣẹ́ àtàánú ọlọ́run àálà lórí wa Qiblah schools wà ní plot 2, 3, 4 and 5 Ìbàdàn South West multi-purpose scheme nítòsí ọjà alẹ́sìnlọ́yà Ìbàdàn tẹlifóònù 0805-272-5253 àti 0803-313-2027 Qiblah schools ìwájú lójúgùn gbé.
Hands and make dua like the Prophet taught us. And with one voice, let's all say, La